religiously, and most especially if our parents followed them most of the time, and we'll just do it without question. Well, that's not innocent. You know, that's being a little bit non-responsible, because you are here with your experience and to discover what this life means to you and to who you're involved with. Because why do you think that you ended up where you ended up? I mean, these guys, they can know it a little bit. They can know if they robbed a bank, that's, you know, they're in prison and I robbed a bank. Okay, but have you ever asked yourself, what am I doing here on earth anyway? Why? I mean, I'm just going to live, and I'm going to start from a little baby. I'm going to learn how to sit up and crawl and then walk and then talk and then run and then go to school and then learn some more stuff and then get involved in those little girlfriend-boyfriend deals and then maybe get married and have children, get a career, accumulate money, and extend my family, and then I'm going to die. That's either cruel or it's attached to something much larger than anything we can begin to imagine. I'll opt for the other one, because it's pretty futile. And I think it was Paul that said that, if in this life, it is Paul that said that, if in this life is all that we had hope for, we'd all be men most miserable. But it's not. And so, you know, you're not to go to heaven and sit on your laurels and play a harp, but you'll keep doing whatever it is that you need to do until you have reached that place when you no longer need to do it anymore, or when the soul is satisfied that it has had its fill, if you will, I'm making up these words, of earth experience. The same way with these guys and girls that are in prison. They'll keep doing the same thing until they get tired of it, or until it has reached the point that they no longer need to do that and they don't need to go back to prison. Okay, so let's go now with, I'm going to just pull a verse out of the Bible. Woo, yeah, I believe I will. Okay, let's do it. All right, here we go. Let's see. Whoa, this particular one, Luke chapter 9, verse 22, the Son of Man must suffer many things. Wow. Wow, Mitzi. The Son of Man must suffer many things. I think that's saying that we as human beings must suffer many things. Many things. Many things. Okay? And be rejected of the elders and the chief priests and the scribes, and be slain, and be raised the third day. And be raised the third day. So we are going to be rejected and despised and misunderstood and ridiculed and talked about and laughed at. We're going to do all of those things. But it says, you know, these words are written, that we will be raised on the third day. Okay? The first day is day. We can see. We think we can see. Anyway, even though our eyes betray us all the time, we think we can see. So we walk through this life and we can see. Let me see, I'm holding a pair of glasses, I'm putting them on, I'm taking them off again. I can see that. Okay, so I don't need any understanding for that particular act. One of those acts that I'm going to take with me when I leave that has altered me. That's the first day. Then there's going to come the second day. And it's going to be night. And we're going to be down in the pits of hell. And we're going to wonder how we got there. Like I said, some of these prisoners, even though some of them know how they got there, They still don't know what caused them to do whatever it was that brought them there. They got to do a lot of research to get to that point. But anyway, and this is called night. And we cannot see because it's dark. It's the dark night of the soul. We don't know why. We don't know why so-and-so died. We don't know why so-and-so's got that terrible illness. We don't know why we were left by somebody that we thought loved and adored us. We don't know. We don't know why we have a terminal illness. It's the dark night of the soul. We are without what seems to be hope or faith or, if you've ever been during this particular place, you know what I'm talking about. It's hard for me to communicate it to you. Okay, that's the second. No matter what you did while you could see, and no matter if you said, I've never done anything wrong, why is this happening to me? That was all taking place in the day when you could see. This is the night you cannot see, and you do not believe that you're going to come out of it. But what did that just say? It said on the third day, okay? On the third day, you would rise out of it, okay? And on this third day, Jesus, I'm going to borrow his words again, if I be lifted up, I will draw all men unto myself. So it is in this third day that the innocence is established, because you know that there was a time that you could see and there was a time that you could not see. And during both times, they're the same. If you have that vision of innocence, if you have, not my will, but thine be done, knowing that there is a deeper reason for your taking up space. There's a deeper reason why you were born to the mother and father that you're born to, had the children that you had, if you have any, or are married or not married to whoever that you're married to. So in this day, this third day, is the day that you are released. This is the day of victory. This is the day of celebration. And with this day, after having suffered the humiliation, the embarrassment, the degradation, like Job did, and all of his friends were saying, why in the world? I'm sure you know the story of, pretty much, that most of you know the story of Job. He was stripped of everything, and his friends came to him when he sat on the outskirts of town filled with leprosy, oozing skin of pus and maggots and such. And they said, why don't you curse God? And he said, though he slay me, yet will I serve him. That's the third day. That's when you said, what am I trying to do, make myself so special? Why am I trying to self-preserve me? What is this? I'm just one. I am just one of the 7 billion people that in 20 years, 9 billion will be on the earth. What is it about me? Why am I making me like it is, I'm the deal? All of us are the deals, all of us. That is the innocence. That is innocence. Now let's see what it is. 9, there you go, come on down. All right, well, I better put it at the right place. 9 up top. 5, 5, 6, 3, 5, 5, 3, 5. Boy, look at those 5s. What you got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 5s. Woo! A lot of 5s. What we got? What do we have in innocence? What do we have in innocence? What do we have in innocence? $15, $20, $25. The only thing we have in innocence is the heart of it. Release. Release any ideas that you've ever thought that you've been done wrong, that anybody's ever lied to you, cheated you, abused you, left you, abandoned you, overlooked you, took you for granted. What is the rest of the things? Whatever they are, you got to turn them loose. It's like those people that's gone to prison. They can't possibly be worried about what's going on the outside with all those people that they were involved with. They got to be in there. They got to be 100% in there. And it does not incorporate or involve those out there. The people can come visit them, but that's it. Those people who come, if I'm in prison and you're coming to visit me, well, you're coming to my level, whatever that level is, and you're interacting with me, but you have no idea what's transpiring in here, and I have no idea what's transpiring out there. We can communicate and we can say things, but that does not bridge that gap. And that's the same thing that I'm saying about innocence. We have to release it. We have to be ever present. So when the people, whomever they are, I'm in prison, they're coming to see me, I laugh. If it's the occasion calls for it, I cry. You can't embrace. The rules are you can't embrace, you can't touch the human body, while you're in there. How relative is that? But anyway, here we are, these moments we're visiting, then you're going to go back to your world and I'm going to go back to mine. And the only thing that can be established in that union during that period of time is innocence. And the innocence is erected by releasing any idea I have of you, of what you're doing that might be wrong, like you've forgotten me, you haven't put enough money in my account, you haven't called me, you weren't home when I called you. Oh, you can't call. That's right. Well, whatever the telephone calls, I've got to release that. I've got to be present with whatever time I have with you. And that's the same thing with us. We have to be present with no memory, no forethought, no lust of result, no ideas of what it's going to be or what has been, just here now. That's all. Be where your feet are. Just be where your feet are, right this moment. Okay, release. It's the heart, and then the personality, 10, 13, 18, 21. Let's make sure. Is that right? Is that right? 10, 13, 18, 21. 21 is the dance. Gosh. Maybe I'll write a song. Now, I got a lot of songs that I've written and I've sung. Maybe I'll write a song, the dance of release. Innocence, the dance. We're just moving through with our own. You tell me some disturbing news. I'm just moving through. And you say, Paula, that's insane. Innocence. The meaning of innocence would seem like insanity to the world. It's also said that God reveals truths to babes, not to the learned. Well, babes, they have not accumulated anything. They haven't learned your hateful and habitual ways yet. Return, except ye return as a child. Become a child, Jesus said. You will no wise enter into heaven on that third day. You will not rise out of it. If you're going to carry those ideas, you'll just come out a prisoner, a hardened criminal. Okay, we got 25 and we've got 21. 25, 21, is that right? Is that what it was? Yep. Okay, that is 46. Well, it's 10, which comes down here, and it is the 1. And it is true authenticity. Paula, what is that? What is true authenticity? It's that. Just show up for your life. Just show up for your life. Laugh. Cry. Jump. Stop. Go. Eat. Have sex. Rejoice. Be grateful. Love unconditionally. No barriers, no restrictions. Love the next child as much as you do your own. Do that. Okay, where are we at? 46. Okay, 46 in the I Ching is, it is pushing up. Let's see what we're going to do with that. I might look it up in this little teeny book, or I might look it up in this one. Both of them are I Ching, but this one, let me see about this one. See what this one says. It's pretty, not pretty, it's a pretty book. Pretty buddy. Let's see. Ha ha, Mitzi and Cindy. I slipped in too, didn't I? Let me see if I have any more glasses. Are you sure I'm not? Oh, I haven't put on a hat today. Let's put on a hat. I might put on this one. Might put on that one. Yeah. Okay, let's see what 46 is. What are we dealing with? Innocence? Pushing upward? Is that what it is? Okay. The I Ching relates to wind, to wood, and so is suggestive of the quiet, steady growth of a sapling as it pushes up through the nourishing soil in spring. The sapling, a fruit tree, then rises above the earth, but remains dependent upon its deeply buried roots for nutrition and stability. If kept from harm, the fruit tree will bring forth blossoms and later its fruit, but it cannot be hurried in its growth. Likewise, announces a time of gradual but continuous growth in all of our enterprises. So we are part of all that is. We cannot, according to the I Ching, we cannot rush our development. We cannot have things before it's time. And we are dependent upon the air, we're dependent upon the rain, we're dependent upon the soil, we're depending upon all of it. We're